Hey guys, it's Rob from the Hybrid Network, and Doctor Strange, what should we expect?
A wizard, and a thumping good I'd wager.
So, Doctor Strange, there's been very little that's came out about it. A few images here and there, a little bit of the synopsis, and a few interviews, but nothing, solid, concrete. We haven't had the trailer yet, which comes out Tuesday, which we should really be looking forward to. But do we actually know anything? We don't know much. There's pieces that we can put together, and I'm going to try and put together today and see what the story is going to be. An interview with Benedict Cumberbatch says that Marvel is a stable of bringing out ordinary comic characters and turning them into screen like gods. It's very different. It's an astral plane. There's a huge new element to this Marvel universe that's going to be employed in building the story and this character. But I'm really excited about it, and working with Scott Derrickson, whose imagination is endless, and all the boys and girls at Marvel who know what they're doing. Now, this huge new element obviously is magic. However, he does speak about the astral planes, which is where Doctor Strange can kind of astral project and fight other beings out of his body, and it's amazing and it could look fantastic. But who's he fighting in these astral planes? These are the questions. We've seen the pictures of Mads Mikkelsen do the rounds with his eyes looking like they're burning. Now, over at the CBC, they mentioned that he could in fact be a mindless one. Now, these are servants of Dormammu, and Dormammu is the big bad, the biggest villain in the Doctor Strange history. Now, this obviously means that Dormammu is there, but he's not the main player in this film. He's not front and centre. He's kind of taking a backseat, like Thanos in the Avenger film. He's there, but he's not really the main guy. This could mean we are getting like a big trilogy. It's all going to be like one big arc. You know how the Iron Man films were like, they were connected, but at the same time, you didn't have to see Iron Man 1 to get Iron Man 3, most likely. I think that's going to be not the route Doctor Strange is going to take. Doctor Strange is going to take the route of all three films are going to connect together. I think in the first film, what we're going to get is Doctor Strange fighting the mindless ones, realising that Dormammu was behind it all, and that they now have to go and fight. And obviously him and Baron Mordo are still friends, or what seems like that anyway, and from the pictures. They're not fighting, they're getting quite along, the buddy. So Mordo is going to be the villain of the second film, because Dormammu is going to be like, look, the Ancient One isn't picking you. He's picking Doctor Strange. He prefers him. He's the better one. Work for me, kill Strange, and you could become the Sorcerer Supreme. Corrupting his mind. That's what Dormammu's about. Just destroying the world, corruption, everything. That's Dormammu's game. That's the second film, and the third film obviously is fighting Dormammu. So this first film is going to really set it up. It's going to be the origin of Doctor Strange coming, and him and Mordo's friendship, being good friends, which we don't really, in the comics they go more the route of Mordo's plan is, and in the originals anyway, Mordo's plan is to kill the Ancient One, so he curses Doctor Strange to not be able to speak, to tell the Ancient One, and this then leads to Doctor Strange doing a selfless act, and so the Ancient One teaches him magic ways and makes him the Sorcerer Supreme. A good thing to watch to prepare yourself for this is, if you don't want to read any of the comics, is the Doctor Strange animated movie. Watch that, and you'll enjoy it. It's really good. It's Marvel's best animated film in my opinion. This film's got a lot to do. It's got magic to set up, which is going to cause a lot of issues if they don't do it right, because so far in the Marvel films, magic has been purely science-based. Anything that could be magic has been just, no, this is very real, this is science. Thor said so. Thor's like, no, we're just, what you picture as magic is science to us. We're just years ahead of you. And that's could weaken the character if they go that route. It's not right. Keep it a purely just mystical. Benedict Cumberbatch in interviews has said that's most likely the way they're going to go, from reading into what he's saying. Obviously this big new thing that they're introducing, which would be magic, because even Scarlet Witch, she is science-based, and yet she's as magic as Quicksilver is. That's the way you should view it. Don't view her as a magic person. She's as magic as Quicksilver. That's it. She's an experiment. That's all she was. However, they could kind of just ignore that fact a little bit and have Doctor Strange teach her in the second film, or maybe even the third film. This is what we should expect from Doctor Strange. One big story in 3 films. Obviously, they're all going to be self-contained, and this mindless one. I was kind of hoping that Mads Mikkelsen would in fact be Dormammu, because he's such a brilliant actor. However, I'm more leaning towards mindless ones now. after realising it from the CBC. It definitely seems that way. Tell me what you think. What's the story going to be? Leave that in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe. I've been Rob. Goodbye.